Hey there, ho there, hi there. This is me off on Mondays, and no, not I am, but you are watching Views by C, and this is Reviews I Thought You Knew. I dedicate my channel to mental health and mental wellness as always. My backstory is that I have generalized anxiety disorder. However, I am taking medication and doing a therapy to cope and deal with that in everyday reality, in everyday life. And as we all know, I'm not going to let some disorder stop me, and you should not let any disorder stop you as well to proceed in life, to go ahead and get together. As you see, I got my Bucci Auntie rag on my head today because I can. So, anyway, with that being said, today we are going to go over the Prime Network movie I believe everyone should watch: black, yellow, white, green, blue. You should watch it because I believe that it is a very good movie. I watched it, I want to say, in one sitting. I believe I want to say in one sitting. May have been, it may have been two, but I'm not exactly sure. But you can binge watch it. You can. It really is good. Um, the name of the movie is Them. And it is, I didn't know, hold on a second. I'm doing some searching right now. Wait a second. Okay, so I didn't know that it was for her too. Okay, but it's produced by Little Marvin, okay, who's also known for The Time Is Now and F Stop. I have not watched those two movies, but since he produced this one, I'm gonna have to go all in, okay, deep and watch this movie. And it's also the executive produced by Leah Waith. Is that how you say it? Leah Waith? But I didn't know, girl. I didn't know that. You were all over the place, okay? You were doing 30s, or something like that, the name of it, 30 something or something like that. I like the show. I really like the show. I don't know if it even came back on, but I'm kind of upset that it didn't because I was really getting into it. And then COVID, that seems to be the main thing. You know, you talking to somebody, girl, I was going to do this and that and blase skippy and boy about the bam, and then COVID. But anyway, the movie, back to the message at hand, is Them, which is on Prime. Okay, if you don't have it, hook up with somebody that do. Let them ask them if you can use their credentials, and go ahead and just view it. It's an awesome movie. Okay, it's an awesome mini series. There we go, mini series, not a movie, but a mini series. And I'm reading my notes now as we speak here. It stars and do not come for me, okay? If I chop up these names, I am sorry. I apologize. If I said it wrong, put the pronunciation down at the bottom, okay? But Deborah, let's do a side. Is it Deborah or is it Deborah? I want to say Deborah because it's Deborah. That looks like Deborah to me. But some people say Deborah. I say Deborah. 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 Anyway, so that's Deborah Aronde, and that's Ayrinde. Aronde. Deborah Aronde. That's what it sounds like. That's how you're supposed to go. Ashley Thomas, Allison Phil, and Ryan Quaton. So yeah, that. And so the scene is set. It's 1953, and this black family, the father, who is, I believe that's Ryan Quaton. That's what I want to say. Let me do a double check right quick while I'm sitting out here chopping up people's names. So the scene is set. It's 1953, and this black family is moving into an all-white neighborhood in Compton, California. That's
COMPTON, I went, I ball up in the streets. COMPTON, I city rapping in the streets, yelling.
Hope I said that right. All right. Anyway, you get that later. For all my people out there. Martin had a dream. All right. Anyway, So it's Henry Emery, it's Ruby Lee Emery, it's Grace Emery. Yes, I'm reading my notes, and it's Liv Lucky Emery, and they moved to Compton from where they moved before. Dear event had struck. I'm not gonna go too deep into that there, but they were living in a nice area. However, the father got word of a great position here for him to, move his family and a better life, a better living. So the family moves to Compton and Compton, California, and it's basically set in 1953, where white folks didn't like black people, kind of like now. Just saying. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Not all, Karen. Not all. Jeez, but I'm just saying. Okay. Anywho, so the a family moves in. It's an all white neighborhood. There's this nosy little white girl across the street. If I can get her name, let me get her name, because I'm gonna get her name for you here. I'm gonna get her name in here. So the family moves in across the street here, and Elizabeth Wendell, who was played by Allison Field, she is the neighbor. She's a Karen. Okay, she's a Karen, and I got to get rid of that. She's a Karen. Okay, and Karen, I mean big time. And so she don't want the people there, and in the beginning, it's the one scene that I can just set here is there's a scene when they first move in, and they're housewives, right? They ain't got nothing else to do, so everybody get their radios and their tables and sit outside and play their music, trying to run them out. Now, this is nothing new for the Emerys because they're used to this, okay? This is not the first time that this has happened, which you would find out in the movie. So, they're used to it. Besides that, I mean, come on now. We come from what? I have to say that I like, and that's Deborah, who is, and I'm going to say Deborah throughout the whole movie. I'm throughout the whole thing here. But Deborah, who Deborah Aronde, who is Lucky, who plays Lucky Emery. I love her character. I love it from the bottom to the top. She's the finest definition about Mama Bear don't play about her cubs. Okay, she's the finest definition about a lioness. It's not gonna play about her lion, little baby cubs, or not cubs. Is it cubs? Do lions have cubs? Anyway, but yeah, she's a perfect example of that. And her husband, who is Henry Emery, played by Ashley Thomas. I thought Ashley Thomas was a girl. Yeah, I am thinking the whole time Ashley Thomas was a girl, and that's the man. Okay, he's still fine though. Anyway, oh, fine Ashley Thomas, played by Henry Emery, or his character Henry Emery, has to go through some things too at work. Again, he's the only black man that's in the office, and I gotta tell you, when he goes to his first day of work, that's just everyday life. I kid you not. I don't see anything that's different. Watch the movie and tell me what I talk about, okay? Tell me what I talk about. Tell me what I said, what I talked about, and then you can come back and be like, it ain't nothing new. It happens all the time. But it's a really good movie. So it tells the story of this family, this black family, the Emerys, of 10 days of them going into issues with their neighbors. Not only their neighbors, but within themselves as well. And what I mean by that, my peoples, is that it is about to go down. They backtrack forth a lot. I do want to say though that there is some scenes in there that can be a little bit much. So I would say that it's not suited for young children. If you want your children to watch it, I would say that they should be with an adult. I would say that there may be some trigger warnings in there too. I would just say that because there's some scenes in there that may bring up past issues that some of us may not have been over. Again, this is a channel for mental health, right? Mental health is mental wealth. And the main thing is we want to have fun and live life. However, there's still some things that we have to face day to day, okay? So, in this movie, there, like I said, there are some scenes in there that's a bit much, that may be a little bit too much to handle in there. There is sex, there is nicotine used, and I believe some alcohol as well. There are some racy words as well, so I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Just letting that be known. Besides all that, I believe it is a good round movie. Okay, so with that out the way, so the family, and then it tells the events of what happens to a family in 10 days of them moving to this house. Now, mind you, though, to me, this movie here, without going too deep into it and telling everything, it is a thriller, but it's not one of those like jump scares and stuff like that. It really makes you think and things like that. I have to give a handout to the little girl. Her name is Gracie Emery, who's Milroyd Hurd, who's plays Gracie Emery, or Gracie Emery, who's played by Mildred Hurd. That's how you say it. I believe she did an excellent job. She's a beautiful young lady too, so I have to give big up props for her. And also the older sister, who is Sade. Is that Sade? Shadia? I'm gonna say Shadia White Joseph, who's Ruby Lee Emery, and it tells the story individually of each character and what they're going through. And it mainly, to me, when I watched it, I even placed myself like, this probably did happen back in the day. This is probably something that really did happen to people of color back in the day, what they had to go through. It really makes you think that maybe not to this extent, and when you watch the movie you understand what I'm talking about, but it really makes you think like they probably had some stuff that they had to deal with. However, though, it also shows the strong integrity of a family sticking together. And, Mama Bear and Papa Bear was not playing. Find Ashley Thomas, he was, to me, was the definition of a man standing up for his family and a black man protecting his black woman, okay? And it just really kind of makes your heart kind of break too, because it really shows the ugly side of segregation and racial events in there. So there's that too. It's, to me, it's a History Channel event, if you ask me. So the another person in there, I gotta tell you, is his boss. That nigga. So he goes through a lot there. Like I said, there's some scenes in there that make you say, you show use. But I gotta say though, Ashley Thomas, played by Henry Emery, he did a very fine job in making sure he was protecting his family and being a stand-up man. Because I'm telling you the truth, I there's some men that probably wouldn't been able to do that can keep their cool like that. There's some women probably the way that Lucky Emery was handling herself, they would not have been able to do that nowadays. I'm not saying that there's not no strong women, but I mean, we live in a society now where it's all about eyelashes and a Remy, and not the drink. But it's just really, shape wasters and stuff like that. I mean, I really had a heart for her. I was really rooting for her in the movie. Like, girl, I don't know how you did it, girl, but I would have been doing the same exact thing. It's enough to make you lose your mind up in here. Yeah, whole time, point blank, period. So, yeah, so with that, like I said, the movie is deliciously good. I give it in a circle, okay? 2 snaps in a circle, okay? I give it the bougie auntie nod. Hmm. I give it the. I brought the macaroni and cheese, and you better put it out there on the picnic table. Okay. Um. Um. View points. Okay. So it gets my. Who made the potato salad? I did. And what you gonna do about it? Um. So I say all that to say this: go and watch the movie. It's a good movie, not a movie series. Hopefully they don't continue it on because sometimes they can ruin a movie or a series by making another one. But this is really good. Like I said, the actors and actresses did a wonderful job. I love the fact that it's a strong black cast in there, and there's some strong black leads in there. And I can say that this is something that people should watch. I myself am going to sit back and watch it again. It's one of those where you watch it the first time because you trying to watch it, and then the second time you watching it again, and you might can pick up some clues and things of that nature there. But I have to say that Miss Leah and Mr. Marvin, you did an excellent job. All right, this is just my review on movies, basically here, and on miniseries. Let me see. The next one, there was one that I did before, but I can't really name it because first of all, I just cooked me some fish and spaghetti, and I'm about to go chow down on that so I can take my medication, which I have to take it in a couple more minutes. Like I tell you, it's hey, just because I'm talking about movies don't mean that I still name on my shine. So yeah, if you've seen the movie, comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you thought about it. And if you haven't seen the movie, watch it and comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And if there's something that you think that I should watch or I should view on or get my little 2 cents, go ahead and let me know about it. So with that being said, I'm going to say what I always say. Mental health is mental wealth. And options are free, but you pay attention for advice. Pay attention to advice. I'm sorry. This is me off on Mondays. You're viewing VC. I am off on Mondays. This is Views by C, where we talk about mental health because mental health is mental wealth, and we might do a little bit of movie review at the same time. I'll go back to. Oh, it's time to take my medication. Gotta go. Bye.